Today, I want to talk to you about the Zeitgeist project. The 3-hour-long movie really has hardly any constructive content at all, but instead plenty emotional gibberish, hollow phrases and the drumming up of cult followers. It is sickening to see the hearts and minds of young people led by a zest for action and unsatisfied tribal instincts, being captured over and over and over again by the control freak psychopaths that human society happens to bring about. The proposed large-scale centralization is a mad scientist approach, and not the way to go. It is not a socio-cultural structure human beings evolved to thrive in. Humans are nothing like ants or termites, and have come a long way being the species they are. You see, humans congregate to confined, highly diverse tribes, and not to the superorganismic, insect colony-like structure the Zeitgeist project is advocating. You should work on diffusing the decision-making, not focusing it, if you want to contribute to more of an equilibrium on this planet. Centralizing all your efforts may seem promising for various reasons, but it ups the ante of innovation to an unsustainable level, because humans fail all the time, and must continue to be able to do so without, in the process, jeopardizing vast resources in human communities, by chasing utopian fantasies and psychopathic delusions that led to the death of hundreds of millions repeatedly in recent history. It should be understood by now that man will exploit any power accessible to him to any extent possible. For that reason it is nonsensical to expand the decision-making ratio to an even greater extent than present in today's power structure in the age of mega-corporatism rule. Human culture will advance in the most steadily manner when power and accompanying responsibility are sufficiently diversified. Spreading the wealth does not work, simply because there is no entity, howsoever sophisticated, that is proficient, let alone altruistic enough, to manage the vast dynamic system that is human society. If you think that ultimately computers will change this in any desirable way, I think you are missing the point. In a free society, if there is an investment, and it is bad, meaning someone combines land, labor, and capital, in a way that does not efficiently satisfy human demand, the activity comes to an end. If the individual does it right, there is a profit, the individual expands the activity and commands more resources. That is the way in which the actual advancements of the past have come into being, because it triggers the creative genius that the human mind performs when striving for social recognition or personally perceived gain, and that is why prosperous societies base on individuals. What is being referred to as a resource-based economy would have been much easier to transition to in the communist systems of the last century, yet it never came to that, because of the incompatibility of this school of thought with the human condition. It can be said that poverty results from getting a bad break in the genetic lottery, inferior social environments, as well as overall chance. It will decrease over time in an ever more technological advanced and efficiently becoming free society. Notice that humanity would not have to worry as much about poverty, dwindling resources, and ecosystemic crisis in the first place, if it had not wasted as much time, energy and inventiveness, by falling for control freaks, who for their own gain, agitate the unconscious masses into pursuing insanely painful, collectivist endeavors such as warfare and managed economy. Now that is the shit that has got to go. Civilization will always be messy, but you can fix up a lot if you, instead of panicking about the symptoms, face this root of its slightly fucked up track record. Humanity is to mature to a point where humans, as sovereign individuals, who seek to make ever more sense of the universe they find themselves in, are able to stand uprightly under the awe-inspiring sky that is liberty. From there on, humanity will take off. By the way, if you wonder lately what the answer to 1984 is, it is 1776. Fight the power. That's all.